This is East Idaho Newsmakers with Nate Eaton.
Hi everyone, welcome to East Idaho Newsmakers. Today we have a local mother, business owner, entrepreneur joining us. This is Cindy Covington, the creator and inventor of the Potty Protector. First of all, let's see the Potty Protector. This is just, what, is it plastic?
This is it, yep, it's made out of polyethylene, and it also has a slip agent in it, so any urine, moisture, anything hits it and it just immediately sheds off.
Okay, so this is just a tease of what the Potty Protector is. We'll talk more about this later. Let's kind of set up how this invention came to be. You're the mother of 5 boys, and it actually came out of a tragedy.
Right. Our son, Connor, he died in 2013. We had just potty trained my 2-year-old then, Crew, and he, after the accident, he reverted back to kind of doing his own thing again. And what he'd do is he'd get up in the middle of the night and kind of sleepwalk into the bathroom, and if I wasn't right there, listening for him, he would just kind of go wherever. And if any moms with boys, they know that it does they don't always have a perfect aim. And so I got to the point where I started putting towels around the base of my toilet, just so it wouldn't get into our baseboards. We have a fairly new home, and my bathroom was getting ruined. And so finally one day my husband was really kind of sick of me complaining about, why does this bathroom smell so bad, and why can't we just keep the urine in the toilet where it belongs? And so he actually went out to the garage and came in with a makeshift potty protector and set it on the toilet without saying anything. And I walked by the bathroom later and I'm like, what is that? But you know, it just kind of dawned on me right when I saw it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a miracle. That's amazing, because it's a total shield and just shields everything. Shields my walls, my cabinets, my baseboards, everything.
Every mother watching with boys knows that can be a problem.
Yeah.
I guess even with grown men too.
Yeah.
Connor and Crew, 2 and 4.
My youngest,
Connor's the youngest?
Crew's the youngest.
Crew is youngest. He was 2 years old. And how did he die?
Well, it was the 4-year-old who passed away.
The 4-year-old.
Yes.
How did he pass away?
He was hit by a car at a football game.
Okay.
Ran over by a car, actually. So.
And he and his brother were roommates. They shared a room.
Yep.
So obviously for the 2-year-old, this is a major traumatic life change.
Right.
And you said he had the potty training down, but after this, it
totally reverted.
Totally reverted. So your husband comes up with this in the garage.
Yeah.
Sticks it on the toilet, and what happened?
And it was great. It was funny at first when I saw it. I'm like, you know what? The light bulb went off. I'm like, that's genius. Thanks. That's great. But it wasn't until the next morning when I went in there, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And I actually felt with my hand all around the back of the toilet, and there's nothing. After every morning, it would be wet, or there were even times I'd go in there and I'd sit in it, accidentally, because it would be all along the back of the seat from him not even putting up the seat. And so yeah, it just made it all go away, and it was really nice too, because the biggest problem was our 2-year-old, but I have also teenagers, and it also made it so that overspray, that fine mist, and of course I teach my kids to properly use the restroom and use the toilet, so they know how. It's not like they go in there and kind of willy-nilly it, but there is just natural overspray. There just is. And so over time, it just kind of builds up, and just around the little crevices and around the hinges and things like that, it was completely clean for over a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, well, and it got to the point too where my boys were noticing it, and it's their job to clean their own bathroom. And so they would be so upset if they'd walk by and see someone using the toilet or know someone's in there, and the toilet and the potty protector was not on it. Because they're like, I'm not going to clean that up. I'm not going to clean that up if you didn't put it back.
So I want to see how this works. Let's take a little walk to our bathroom.
Okay.
And you can show us how it works. Let's go. Yeah, you can demonstrate. Okay. Have you thought about selling these to businesses and organizations?
Yes, we've actually had many daycares and old folks' home purchase these.
Oh, that's a great idea for daycares. Did you ever think it would get like that? I mean, you probably thought boys at home, but
I didn't think about all of that, so it's been really fun to see how far it's gone. This is pretty clean, right?
Should be.
So, anyway, it just fits just like that.
As simple as that.
Yep. This sits right on there.
So if someone needed to sit down to use the potty.
Yep, then you just grab it by the handle like this. There's nothing, not touching anything gross, just stick it right there and there you go. And it's really nice because your seat stays totally clean. I mean, how many moms out there have sat in little drips on the toilet? I know if anyone has had little toddlers, you have, and you sit down, you're like, please tell me that was water, you know? So yeah, it's just as simple as that. And yeah, so when I need to go, that's just what I do, and I throw it back on, and it's ready to go.
And as you said, it has that stretchy,
Yep.
so if you have a wider bowl
Yep.
or a narrower.
Yep, absolutely. And it just keeps all of this completely clean. So no more trying to like unscrew your seat and getting all that caked
all that
urine.
gunk, yeah.
It just keeps it completely clean. It keeps your seat clean. And for those of you who are always like, who are telling me, well, then I have to clean that too. Well, this is much, much easier to clean than getting around, you know, around here, shoving your head back there. And, you know, everyone loves cleaning around these little, you know, round balls down there that always come off, the screws.
Yeah.
And you're not having to wipe down your walls. And anyway, it saves your baseboards. So this is just much, much easier to clean. And my boys will even just take a disinfectant wipe and sometimes just wipe it down real quick and it's good to go.
Wow.
So
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Let's head back in there and
Okay.
finish our conversation.
awesome.
So Cindy, do you have one of those on all of the toilets at your house?
Yes, we do. We absolutely do.
Some of us in our homes, we have these little inventions that we come up with and we just keep it in the house. At what point, you know, this was 3 years ago, did you decide there might be something here?
It was when like my sister came to visit from Utah, or my friends came by who have boys and they'd need to use the restroom and they'd be, what is that, you know? And then I'm like, oh, that actually catches everything. And they're like, oh my gosh, I need one of those. And we weren't even thinking about this would be, you know, to be entrepreneurs or to sell anything like this. It just worked for us. It was just a great, you know, saver for me so I didn't have to clean and things. But then my friends were asking my husband, hey, will you make me one? And my sister's asking me, will you make me one? So he was actually making quite a few for different people. And eventually more and more people were wanting them. And they actually suggested, hey, why don't you sell these? And we're like, all right. So we did. And we actually met a guy here locally in Idaho Falls, Plastics Inc., and they're the ones that make them for us.
So you actually decided within a series of what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, for about 2 years.
After friends and family were saying, hey, I want one, I want one, to go forward, hire this guy to make it.
Right.
And where does your business stand today?
So right now we're doing pretty well. We're just working on our marketing, and it's really nice because with it locally here and not having it made in China or whatever, we have really close touch with the guy that makes them for us, and we're doing pretty good. It's really fun to get our product out there and have mothers make comments, or even fathers, or anyone who's using them, and just tell us how much that, you know, they've really helped them out. And especially there's a lot of people that have disabled children who have told me that this has helped them so much be more independent and be able to use the bathroom on their own when they needed assistance before, to really make it in there.
What's the biggest thing you've learned making this at-home invention into a business and now selling it worldwide? Are you worldwide now?
No, we're just in the U.S.
In the United States. Mm-hmm. So what have you learned during the course of all of this?
It's really, really hard work.
How so?
Well, to come up with an invention that will fit every toilet, because it flexes in and out to fit every toilet. We went through a lot of different prototypes. Different things like that, and just the marketing. I didn't go to school to market anything, and learning how to really efficiently use my computer and different things like that.
Have you faced any unexpected obstacles? Because there's going to be a lot of people watching that have these dreams and visions, and they have something like this at home, and they're like, I can go far with this.
Right.
Have you faced any obstacles that you didn't foresee in the future that you could advise others on?
Probably our biggest obstacle was I'd be careful who you trust with your money in marketing. there are a lot of marketers that are not truthful and not honest. And that's sad to say, but we ran into that.
Losing money.
Losing money, giving money to a marketer that promises they'll help you get it out there, and then not following through.
I understand that people can buy a special sticker.
Oh yeah, we have dinosaur stickers that we can put on the Potty Protector. We kind of came up with that idea for our Kickstarter program that we did in November, and what happened when Connor passed away, he was a major dinosaur fan. He actually thought he was a dinosaur. You know, he'd wake up in the morning and have his 2 fingers up and just do his little roar, and I won't do it on camera. But anyway, it was just really sweet. And so what my friend did is when he passed away, she made a dinosaur sticker and put it, and the football team of our town in Blackfoot put it on the back of their football helmets, and people put it on their cars, and I get a little emotional. But it was really, really neat. So what we did is we came up with another dinosaur sticker, and so kids that, you know, can kind of decorate their own potty protector. It's not, people think it's like a bullseye or something to aim at. It's not. You aim for the water. That's what I tell my boys. You don't aim for this. This is just a catch-all, you know, you still aim for the water. But so it was just kind of in memory of him.
How did you turn your grief into something productive that can help others? Or did you even look at it that way?
I don't know if I necessarily looked at it that way, but I think when you are going through something that tragic, I feel like sometimes, I know that you try to distract yourself with something else, because that is always there, and it's always there, but it's kind of nice to, basically distract yourself and kind of have a different project, and this was kind of something to be excited about and find, I don't know, something else to do in life. Kind of have like a new path that gives you like hope, like, oh, this will be like kind of a fun thing, let's see what happens. And
So were you all at a ball game?
Yeah, we were at my son's football game. He was, how old was he then? 13 at his football game. So.
And he just ran into the parking lot? Or?
No, what had happened is, it's actually my really good friend. She was dropping her husband off, not her husband, sorry, her father, who had just had surgery just closer to the bleachers, so she just pulled up onto the grass. And she had moved all the kids away, and so she did everything she could have, and she moved, made sure all the kids were out of the way, and she walked her husband, or sorry, I keep saying her husband, her father, up the bleachers. And then when she went to leave, she had all the kids kind of huddled over here, and one of the kids had a football and threw it, and he ran after it, and she didn't see him, and I didn't see him either. Luckily, I was there watching him the whole time, but it just take a second. So,
how did your boys and husband cope with that?
Everyone has I think we just really huddled together and got through it together, you know. I think that in tragedy, I know I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of people that came to my house after the accident that told me, you know, like, don't get divorced, you know, like, whatever you do, make sure you give it a good year. But, because I think a lot of people might grieve on their own, you know, and try to do it all by themselves, but we definitely, as a family, really came together.
What do your boys and your husband think of the Potty Protector?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely love it.
And the fact that it's grown and it's being sold across the country.
Yeah, they totally love it. I know that he's now 6, Crew, but he gets annoyed with it. It's funny because that's what we're doing all the time. And he's like, oh, we have to mail off more Potty Protectors? I'm like, yes, this is great.
So you're doing it all from your house?
Yep.
Do you just have a big stack in your garage?
Yes, huge, yes.
Wow.
Yep. We have big, huge Gaylord boxes full of them. So.
How many have you sold?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know.
Thousands?
I wouldn't say thousands, but over 1,000, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the ultimate goal? I mean, do you want to keep making these? Do you want to expand internationally? What do you foresee?
Yeah, we'd love to keep making them and sell them. The biggest thing that we're running into right now is just shipping, like to be able to ship it worldwide. just for the size, how big it, tall it is and stuff. So shipping is quite expensive. So right now we're just in the US, and we actually ship to Canada too. So,
okay.
But those two right now, but we're working on the shipping. So.
How do people get one of these if they're watching and they want one?
We're on pottyprotector.com, and we also are on Amazon, and I actually have an Etsy account also. It's just pottyprotector.com.
Everywhere. And we'll be sure to include a link in the story below. Yeah. I mentioned earlier off camera, is Shark Tank or one of those type of shows on the horizon, maybe to expand and make this a full-time business? Or
yeah, I'd love to be on Shark Tank I'm not even sure how to get on there, what the process is exactly, but a lot of people have told me, they're like, you've got to go on Shark Tank, this would be great. And I don't know, a few times watching Shark Tank, it scares me because there's some people that you think their product's so great and they're going to love it, and then they don't, and that's probably a big part of when you go into business is the rejection, that you think that you've got this product that works so great for you, but someone else is like, that's stupid, that's dumb.
Have you gotten some of that?
Yeah, some of them, and it's kind of hard at first to deal with it. You're just like, well, wait a minute, you don't really understand how this works, But so yeah, some of the rejections kind of rough, but some people. I mean, to be totally frank, some people's bathrooms just aren't as clean as others too, They think that their bathrooms are clean, and you're just like, not so much.
Yeah.
I used to clean homes, and I still do clean a few homes, and when I go through their bathrooms, I'm like, your bathroom's not as clean as you thought it was. You need a potty protector in here.
Have you been to a family member's or a friend's home and seen your own invention there?
Yes.
And what's the reaction?
That's pretty surreal. It just makes me excited, and the greatest part is hearing their, how they're just like, this is so great, I love it, I love it. I had one friend that was like, I would totally pay $100 for one of those because that's how much time it saves me. So.
Wow.
And then I went to my one friend's house, and she told me that her elderly father was at her house, and it just really, really helped for him. So, something that we thought that was just for maybe toddlers just learning to go to the bathroom, that's having a hard time getting it in the water, we've actually found that it's great for kids with disabilities and for even teenagers. And boys are so distracted, half the time they're running out after, not even cleaning things up, and then also for elderly men when things kind of start going downhill.
Yeah. Well, very good. Any final words of advice you'd have to people out there?
I would just say to go with your dream. If you find something that can help other people out, I think it's great. And that's the thing too. I feel like, especially moms, we're home or even working, and when you come home, we're always looking for something to make life a little bit easier. And I think when moms share that with others, and share it with other moms, I think it just helps us all out and makes life that much easier, right?
Yeah. Very good. Well, congratulations on your success. Cindy Covington, she's the creator of the Potty Protector, which you can order right now.
Yep.
You might get hit with a big slam of orders after this
That
airs.
would be great.
That's what you want.
It.
A local mother of 5 who turned tragedy into something really cool. Thanks so much for coming into East Idaho Newsmakers. I'm Nate Eaton. We hope to see you back here next week.